Let's go Browns! What happens when passion, betrayal, and ambition collide in the heart of one of the NFL's most storied rivals? Browns fans, get ready, because this offseason has given us one of the most emotionally charged storylines in recent memory. Former Cleveland Browns safety Juan Thornhill, now a member of our bitter rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, didn't just change uniforms, he lit the flame that set the AFC North ablaze. But first, be sure to like if you've been a Cleveland Browns fan for over 20 years. It's great to see fans of all ages. If you believe we're going to the Super Bowl, write this, "Go Browns! I love you with all my heart." Okay, here we go. They definitely need to see me twice a year, Thornhill said, not as a casual comment, but as a statement. Let's be clear. A player who wore our colors, fought in our locker room, and stood with us in the trenches is now on the other side of the line of scrimmage, ready to face the same team that once called him home. The rivalry has become personal. Thornhill's exit has not been exactly harmonious. Injuries have derailed what was supposed to be a pivotal chapter in his career. The Browns, faced with a difficult decision, released him with 1 year remaining on his contract. Rumblings of discontent have been swirling for months. And now, that simmering tension has turned into full-blown firepower for our divisional showdown. Let's talk numbers. Juan Thornhill isn't just another body in the secondary. With 87 NFL games under his belt, 2 Super Bowl rings from his Kansas City days, and a career stat sheet that includes 337 total tackles, 8 interceptions, and 24 passes defended, Thornhill is a proven playmaker. He's not likely to start in Pittsburgh, with Minkah Fitzpatrick locked in as their main man, but don't be fooled. Thornhill isn't coming to warm the bench. He's coming with something to prove, and his target is wearing brown and orange. But while Pittsburgh is busy poking the bear, Cleveland is writing its own story of renewal and rising stars. Shedeur Sanders has arrived, and he's not here to just learn. He's here to lead. The buzz coming out of Browns camp is electrifying. Sanders, with the poise of a seasoned veteran and the fire of a rookie out to silence the doubters, has been turning heads since day one. Every snap, every throw, every read, it's as if the kid was built for this moment. Coaches are watching, teammates are rallying, and the quarterback competition, it's alive and well. Shedeur isn't backing down from the challenge. He's embracing it like someone who knows destiny is calling. The son of Dion, yes, but also a man determined to craft his own NFL legacy. And while we're talking about legacy, there's no name more sacred to the Dawg Pound than Nick Chubb. So when Chubb penned his emotional goodbye after signing a $2.5 million deal with the Houston Texans, it hit like a punch to the chest. "Cleveland, you didn't just embrace me, you became family," he wrote. "And you felt it, didn't you? Because we watched him break tackles, carry our hopes, and never once complain." His love for this city was never in question. But as always, the business of football waits for no one. With young talent added in the 2025 NFL Draft and Jerome Ford stepping up, the Browns had to make the tough call. Still, Chubb's words, "until we meet again," linger like a promise. Maybe not as a player, maybe not this season, but one day, a one-day contract, a final farewell in brown and orange, it feels inevitable. While Chubb was giving us chills with his farewell, the defense was reloading. Myles Garrett, still ours. Despite requesting a trade, Garrett re-signed with the Browns for 4 more years at $160 million. That's not just a contract, that's a message. He believes in the vision. And to back him up, the front office landed Mason Graham with the 5th overall pick and added veteran Malik Collins to the trenches. Collins isn't flashy, but in practice, he's been a force. Explosive in short bursts, technical with his hands, he's already impressing coaches and analysts alike. In a Kevin Stefanski system built on possession and pounding the rock, a defense that can get off the field fast is gold. Collins might not get the spotlight, but he's one of those glue guys every contender needs. This Browns team isn't quietly rebuilding, it's loudly reloading. And the pieces are falling into place in a way that suggests 2025 could be something special. Now it's your turn. Dawg Pound, what do you think about Juan Thornhill's comments? Is this rivalry about to hit a whole new level? And can Shedeur Sanders really take the reins in Cleveland? Let me know in the comments. We've got a lot more to talk about, because we're just getting started. The fire that Thornhill reignited with his bold message isn't just about pride, it's a challenge, a reminder. And Shedeur Sanders? He's stepping into this storm with the kind of confidence that feels contagious. There's a shift happening in Cleveland, and if you've been paying attention, you can feel it in your chest. As the quarterback competition heats up, the tension around Sanders' ascension is thick. He's not just competing with anyone, he's up against seasoned professionals, guys who've taken snaps in the NFL and know what it takes to lead a team. But there's something different about Shedeur. It's not just the accuracy in his throws or the ability to read defenses that impress, it's how he carries himself. Calm under pressure, commanding in the huddle. He's not asking for the job. He's taking it one practice rep at a time. Coaches are watching his every move. Teammates, they're buying in. And as fans, we have every reason to believe that Sanders could be the face of the franchise sooner rather than later. He doesn't just want to play in the NFL, he wants to win, and win here, in Cleveland, where the expectations are high, and the loyalty runs even deeper. And speaking of loyalty, let's circle back to the man who defines it, Nick Chubb. Even as he moves on to Houston, the way he talked about this city proves that Cleveland still has his heart. You gave me purpose, he wrote to the fans. You showed me what true community feels like. That's not just a goodbye. That's a love letter. It's an anthem for everything this fan base represents. Heart, grit, passion. And it's why, no matter where he goes, Chubb will always be one of us. But while the emotional weight of Chubb's departure hangs in the air, the excitement around the new-look Browns defense is rising. Mason Graham, drafted 5th overall, isn't being brought in to learn slowly. He's expected to produce immediately. A disruptive force in the middle, Graham is the type of player who can collapse pockets and change offensive game plans. And paired with Garrett, offensive lines are going to have nightmares. Then there's Malik Collins, a savvy veteran who isn't here for a farewell tour. He's here to contribute. In early offseason footage, Collins shows burst, technique, and a motor that simply doesn't stop. While he might not start every game, expect him to be on the field during critical downs. And when you combine his presence with Garrett's leadership and Graham's raw talent, the Browns' defensive front looks primed to wreak havoc across the AFC. Kevin Stefanski's blueprint has always been clear: run the ball, control the clock, and punish opposing offenses. With the revamped D-line and a potential franchise quarterback developing before our eyes, this team isn't just built to compete, it's built to make a statement. But make no mistake, there's a chip on this team's shoulder. Whether it's the disrespect that led to releasing veterans like Thornhill, or the league doubting Shedeur's readiness, or even the idea that Chubb's injury-prone future meant he wasn't worth keeping. Every player in that locker room has something to prove, and that's when Cleveland is at its most dangerous. You can feel it in every practice report, every tweet from insiders, every whisper from behind the scenes. There's a quiet intensity building, the kind that tells you something big is coming. And the fans? You've been through too much to not recognize when a season is about to turn from hopeful to unforgettable. So here's the question. Are you ready for it? Because this isn't just another season. This is the year we find out what this team is really made of. Will Thornhill's threats become fuel? Will Sanders rise to the occasion? Will Chubb's spirit linger in the hearts of the teammates he left behind? Browns Nation, we're at the edge of something special, and I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What excites you most about this team heading into 2025? Do you believe Shedeur Sanders is the future? Should Nick Chubb return someday for one last Browns moment? And if you love this kind of deep dive storytelling, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your fellow Dawg Pound faithful. There's so much more ahead this season, and you won't want to miss a second of it.